Today, we are going to remember the life and work of Robert Monroe, the author of Journeys Out of the Body. And I'm honored to have with me here in my studio in Albuquerque, Tom Campbell, who was a longtime colleague and student of Robert Monroe.
Bob Monroe was a good reporter. He reported things the best he could, but like any reporter, and like anybody, actually, what happens is you get information. You get a data stream. But you have to interpret that data stream. Your reality isn't the data stream. Your reality is your interpretation of the data stream. For instance, here's one major one that Bob missed, and that is that, and when he had this experience, he talked to me right after because he was kind of disturbed by it, and that was the idea of Loosh. That we are, we're being farmed by our masters for Loosh, and we're just like cows, at the bottom end of the Loosh factory assembly line. We make Loosh. Others consume Loosh.
You use the word Loosh?
Loosh.
I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, yes. It's a thing that Bob did. And what he just said is that we are now producers of Loosh. Loosh was probably a very bad rendition of love.
Love.
And we're supposed to make this Loosh, and then this higher power than us consumes this Loosh for its own benefit.
Yeah.
So he saw it in terms of a farmer. We're the cows. We make Loosh from our emotional connections and things, which is if our emotions and feelings are positive, right? We move more toward love, and if they're negative, we move away from it. So we're making this Loosh, this love, and this larger being is growing from that. So he saw that in terms of a farmer's viewpoint. The Loosh makers and the consumers. And we were the cows. And when we make Loosh, and these overlords of ours are...
So it's dualistic thinking.
Yeah. So that was his interpretation. When he had it, he was shaken by it.
It's paranoid.
Yeah. That was his interpretation. When he had it, he was shaken by it.
It's paranoid.
Yeah.
Instead of just flying around in the out-of-body state, after I knew it wouldn't kill me, I got curious. And the intellect got curious. What's going on here? What is this that's taking place?
He was shaken by it, and he said, I just had this experience, and I asked for the big picture. He had me aside. I was just sitting there with him. I was down at his house, and he told me about it. He says, we are like farm animals, and we produce this stuff that was called Loosh. And I said, Loosh, what's that? And he says, that's what they call it. They call it Loosh. And then there's these higher, more advanced beings that consume Loosh. And they just have us around in order to make the Loosh for their consumption.
Yeah.
So we're farm animals. And, of course, what he was saying is that, yes, they have us here making choices so that we'll make good choices for love. And in that doing so, we will evolve, and the whole system will evolve with it. But he missed that. So what happened is, he wrote that in his book. I think it was the second book. He had Journeys Out of the Body, Far Journeys, Ultimate Journey. I think it was in his second book. And a whole lot of people took that the way he did, which was negative. We have overlords that are using us like farm animals. And this fear thing got in about the non-physical.
It's an idea that's been around for a long time. You find it in Gnosticism.
Yeah. So anyways. He told me, and he was very shaken by this idea because of the way he framed it in his own mind. And he told me, and he said, well, what do you think? And I said, if it's that way, there's nothing we can do about it. It's way above our pay grade, isn't it? So why worry about it? It's okay with me. If that's the way the world is, then that's our place. That's our point. And we don't have anything to do but live it and try to be the best we can.
There are levels of survival we are prepared to accept.
Right? To grow and so on. So that's what I told him, and he was amazed. he thought that I should be upset like he was. That it was a very upsetting idea that we were farm animals being farmed by some higher power. And I wasn't upset by it. I didn't have any other answers for it. And Bob was he was good about getting what he heard. But I just took it and said, well, if that's the way it is, then that's the way it is. Getting upset about it ain't going to make it any better. So just, And after that, his attitude toward me changed a little bit. He was amazed at the way I took it. And I just didn't see any point in getting upset about something that you couldn't change. So but that now has triggered lots and lots of negative stuff out in the consciousness world and the afterlife world and all the rest of it. It's just created all kinds of negativity and fear. And other things. And I just brought that up as a way of explaining that reality is what you interpret it to be. It's your interpretation. That's why you should always stay skeptical. Of everything you get, you need to be skeptical, because you don't really know the big picture. You don't know why you got that exactly or what your lesson is in it. Best to just make as much positiveness as you can out of it and let it go, rather than trying to put that in a pigeonhole someplace and say, this is what this is and this is what that is. And I said, if it's that way, there's nothing we can do about it. It's way above our pay grade, isn't it? So you have to take these experiences, use your own free will to assess them, take what you can that's positive from it, and let the rest go. That's kind of the right attitude.
The function of the one is now to return to the source, allowing a temporary dissemination of the code you carry, reinserting the prime program.